We're told that each of the 40 members on two teams receives a score from a music game. The mean for the tap trackers team is 83.2 points, and the standard deviation is 10.2 points. Let's see, this is tap trackers right over here. Mean is 83.2, which is right about there. So this is the mean. So right over here, standard deviation is 10.2 points. Remember, standard deviation is a measure of spread. How far from the mean on average are you? This is the average, the mean of the squares of the distance from that mean. The mean for the pulse players team is 75.7 points, so it's lower. 75.7 would be right around here. All right, and the standard deviation is 5.8. So they have a lower mean, but they have a lower mean and a lower standard deviation. So they have a lower, I guess if you view mean as a form of average, they have a lower central tendency, but they're also less spread apart because they have a lower standard deviation. One way to think about it is they're more consistent. So let's look at the choices here because they're going to ask us some questions. Choose the correct comparison of scores for each team. And you can pause the video and have a go at this before I do this. Pulse players score higher on a typical try, but tap trackers score more consistent. Let me see. It's actually the tap trackers that have a higher mean, so that's definitely not right. This one, A, implies that pulse players have a higher mean. That's not true. Tap trackers' higher mean, they do have a higher mean, guarantees that every member scored higher than pulse players. No, that's not true even if we didn't see the data. But when we look at the data, we can see that there's definitely people on the tap trackers who scored lower than other people on the pulse players. Just because your mean is higher doesn't mean that every player is better than the other team. Pulse players' lower standard deviation, yep, they do have a lower standard deviation, shows that they typically score higher. No, that doesn't make sense. Standard deviation is a measure of spread, not how high or low you are, not your central tendency. So it's probably going to be D, but let's just verify that and read it. Tap trackers score higher on a typical try. Yep, that makes sense because they have a higher mean. But pulse player scores are more consistent. Yes, they have a lower standard deviation. They're not quite as far spread apart. So I will pick D, and we're done.